Hello everyone, good morning. It's currently Saturday, so I just wanted to give an update. So I took my neuro exam yesterday, and honest thoughts is I felt unprepared, to be honest, and it was the hardest exam that I've taken in medical school so far. So that was basically it. It was not a good experience, to be honest. But anyways, I'm already going to start my next block, which is musculoskeletal with a little bit of pharmacology. So yesterday after the exam, I had the whole day off. I just relaxed, chilled, hung out with a friend, and that was basically it. So today I just felt really motivated, and I feel like I just want to take advantage of feeling this way. And so I'm actually going to study today. So it's a day after my exam, and I'm going to start off good by studying. So I feel mentally okay and like ready to start the next subject. So I'm just going to show you what I do in the morning. So for breakfast, I'm not a breakfast person like at all. Like I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to make myself a protein shake. So for the morning, I have skim almond milk, and then I have like my protein. The flavor that I have on this one is strawberry. And usually when I make protein shakes, I usually get the vanilla or the chocolate, and then I become creative and add fruit and stuff. But because the strawberry taste is so strong, I'm just going to just do the milk and then the protein. And that will be my breakfast for this morning. Okay guys, so I'm currently back in my room, and I just really decided to have like a quick little chit chat about people who are interested in medical school. And I just wanted to let you guys know something from like my experience, and basically something that I have noticed that has happened to me in medical school was that when I came into med school, I came in with the perception of that like when I take an exam, all I have to do is study the information that the professor gives you, such as the PowerPoints and the articles and etc. And I just want to say that for those that really want to be prepared for medical school and really want to do well, is that there's a certain amount of information that you should know. And then the exam will reflect that information. But out of this much information, I feel is that like sometimes the professors can give you like this much information, and the other missing part is something that like you kind of have to do on your own. And that's just me being realistic on my side. And it's not saying that the professor isn't doing their job. It's more just saying that like a lot of the times there isn't enough time to go over so much material that you have to put in a lot of effort on your side to do well. Okay, and I just want to say like what I mean by that is that you have to find other resources to kind of fill in that gap that you're missing. And so these resources could be anything like YouTube. YouTube is a really good resource. The readings that the professor recommends, articles that the professor recommends, there's programs that you can pay for such as Osmosis, Pathoma, etc. And so you really have to find out what works for you. For example, let's say you're going over a drug, like let's say in lecture, and then on the exam clinically, they could ask you what type of diseases or how it works biochemically within the patient to have that kind of drug. Or sometimes they can ask you something like give symptoms, they're not telling you the disease, and you have to figure out what drug to give to that patient, etc. So an example of that too could also be like in neurology, we went over MRI scans of like the brain and like different injuries. So I can't expect the professor to copy and paste a picture from the PowerPoint and literally just put it on the exam. Like I have to know if this disease causes this in the MRI imaging. I need to know what to look for, and they're all gonna look a little bit different. That's the thing too. Like you have to really know what exactly you're looking for. So it's actually a lot harder than it sounds, but it's definitely true. Like don't rely just on the PowerPoints. Like don't do that. There's some people that do. And they make like really good grades, but I would consider myself like an average student. And as an average student, I have to work the extra mile a lot so that way I can feel like I'm doing well. So that was just like some advice. And as of right now, it's currently Saturday. I don't have my first lecture for musculoskeletal until Monday. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to watch Ninja Nerd videos online, and I'm just gonna kind of get like a good background. And then I also have books to read. So I have the Pathoma book. So basically it doesn't look like that many diseases. It's actually a pretty short chapter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of like generalize the diseases, see if I know it, become familiar with them, Google different types of, just like the way they look, and just see like different types of forms of how you could come across it. And then I'm also going to be using the step 1 for the muscular system as well. And I feel like those 2 books plus Ninja Nerd, I feel like that's going to help me get like a really good base of what I'm learning. So that's basically what I'm going to do today. This is my current setup and I love it. The only thing is that when there's a lot of sun, I use like the blinds to kind of like pull it down or whatever. And that's basically it. So one problem that happened to me was this. I don't know if you can see it, but basically because this area gets so hot because of the sun, it literally burned my iPad case. So standing, it's fine, it looks fine, right? But then when you unfold it, look at that. It's like not okay. And so when you write, it's obviously weird. So what I do is I take off the case and then I start writing. And then if I need to prop it up, then I'll prop it up. But yeah, I need to get a new case because look at this. This is not okay. Okay, so I use the Good Notes apps. I have my pen and I'm going to study the musculoskeletal system, the structure and the function. And so this is my setup. I have water, spaghetti, and now I'm gonna watch Netflix for a little bit. So I'm currently watching the Selena series on Netflix. I'm on the 2nd season and I really like it, so that's what I'll be doing. Hey guys, so I just moved to my bed and now I'm working on my extracurricular class, and so it's pharmacodynamics, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. And basically like you just have it says pharmacokinetics, and then it just says here like you have videos that they show you, and after every video you have like a quiz. And so they're like 5 to 10 minutes each one, but the amount of quizzes do add up if you don't do them on time. So if I click course. So I only finished this key concepts. I still have all of this. And then I have another whole section. So because it took quite some time, I'm just gonna like stop and not do this one. This one, let me see how many quizzes there are. Okay, there's not that many. So maybe like towards the end of the night before I go to bed, I'll do those. And then I started on another episode of the musculoskeletal system. There's a total of 12 videos. But since I will be going over the actin, myosin, sacromyose structure on Monday, I'm reviewing this in particular. And I was also, while doing this, watching the Netflix Selena version. I'm on the last episode, so I feel like once this episode's done, I'll be more productive, but I need to finish it, so. Okay, so I decided to look at another Ninja Nerd video. This was for muscle physiology, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing. And I decided to draw it just because this is what we're going over on Monday, and I just really want to make sure I knew some information before lecture. So it was super important for me to understand like the purpose of every single protein, the purpose of the bands, I band, Z, M, A, and I think there's also H, and also what would happen if like one of them breaks or something happens, what would be the cascade for everything else. So that type of thing. So it's not as great as the picture he drew. but it's something. I'm not the best artiste, but I have something. And I'm proud of it because I learned something that I didn't know today. So that's basically it. And this is my dog, by the way. She made a mess, but she watches me while I study, and like she'll go to sleep most of the time. But that's pretty much it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like a week, I think. A week or 2 weeks or something. And personally, I love going to the gym, but I was just really stressed out of the last exam. So I'm gonna get dressed right now. So for the gym, I use like these pure BCAAs. I couldn't find my regular cup for the gym, so I'm taking the Starbucks cup. And basically it kind of turns like red when you mix it. It's actually really good, so I would highly recommend this. It kind of just tastes like juice, to be honest. Put more water in this and we're good to go. And this is my gym outfit. So I have this crop top from Alpha Lee, Gymshark shorts, and shoes, and I'm ready to go.